Yo, what is going on, everybody? LaggingLeland here, back with another review. Today we're going to be reviewing Stranger Things Season 4. If I'm being dead honest with you guys, this is one of the most overrated things of the year. I'll be dead honest with you guys. I honestly think Stranger Things 4 is very overrated, okay? Everywhere I look, and there will be spoilers in this video, okay? Everywhere I look, there are like so many people praising Stranger Things Season 4 as being the best season of Stranger Things, or being the best, just the best thing of all time, best show of all time. If I'm being dead honest with you guys, I don't think it's all that. I don't think it's as good as everyone's saying it is. Because, I think by this point, it's like blind love, if I'm being dead honest with you guys. Let's get into it. But of course, there are going to be some major spoilers, so if you guys don't want to see any spoilers for Stranger Things Season 4, click off this video, or maybe watch through the video, you know what I mean? I need the watch time. Also, I need like 2,000 more watch hours to get monetized, so if you guys could, please help me out with that. But yeah, let's get into this review. I got a lot to talk about. First of all, let's talk about the stuff that I do like about this season. This season, it masters horror. It does such a good job with the horror aspect, especially in the first half. It's like just amazing with the horror aspect. I loved Vecna, like when he was like not talking or anything like that. I loved Vecna. He was super creepy, super cool in the design. He was kind of like an upside down version of Freddy Krueger. It was really cool. Krueger, whatever, I don't care. And I love that. He was really creepy, and so they did master the horror. The cinematography was amazing. The special effects was amazing. Most of the writing in this was pretty good as well. Of course, it's Stranger Things. You know, the writing and creativity is always good. And I say most of the time when it comes to the writing, because there are a few things in this season that honestly get me mad. Like, they actually get me mad because of some of the writing. But I'll talk about that later. But again, we're talking about stuff I do like, okay? And a lot of the stuff's good. The actors are amazing in this, as always. It's kind of like, what can I say about Stranger Things Season 4, or just Stranger Things in general, that no one else has said, because it's amazing. It's amazing. I love the first season of Stranger Things. In my opinion, the first season is a masterpiece and is truly the best season of it. It really is almost flawless, if I'm being honest. It's almost flawless, and I think the first season is flawless, and the other ones have some flaws, and that's why I don't consider those better than Season 1. Season 1 just had everything going for it, you know what I mean? And Season 4, a lot of people are saying it's the best one. I don't think it's the best one, because I think it's just not flawless. It's just not perfect. And let's just talk about that now. Let's talk. I've already said a lot of things I did like about this. Some of the characters, everything like that was really good. But let's talk about the things I hate. And let's start off with, let's just talk about the characters, okay? Because, man, everyone I know, because I swear, this is like, I don't know why, this is like the definition of the Stranger Things fan base. They love the things that I hate about the show, or the things that I don't think are that good about the show. And one of those things is the characters, okay? So many people are like, oh, I would be so sad if this character died. I'll be so sad if this character dies. That kind of thing. They're over here saying that so many times, but I'm like, I don't care about that character. I don't care if he gets picked off. The only characters that I would really be sad if they got picked off was like Steve and Robin. Those guys are priceless. I love watching them on screen, especially in Season 3. They were hilarious. But that's it. Those are the only ones that I really want to survive. Everyone else can go ahead and die off for all I care. Maybe not Hopper and 11. Them two, they're fun. But everyone else can die for all I care. And people are like, oh, I'll be sad if Will dies. I'll be sad if Mike dies. Will, honestly, like, Will is not even a fun character, in my opinion. Like, the first season, it was cool because we didn't see much of him, but he was the driving force. He was the reason our heroes were trying to save him and stuff. They were trying to get him back from the Upside Down. That was really cool. In the second season, he's a puppet. In the third season, he's also kind of a puppet, and he's just in the background. And Season 4, he's in the background. And there's some development with him, but it's not much. And people, I know Noah Schnapp is a great actor, and he plays Will very well. But man, people are saying that Will is such a great character. He's not that good of a character. I don't find him very enjoyable. I really don't find him very enjoyable to watch compared to everyone else. and everybody's like, oh, we'll be so sad if he dies. He's barely had any cool development or any good development as a character. He's honestly, he's just an awkward teen. That's all he is. But not in like a cool or fun way to watch. He's just awkward, in my opinion, at times. And if he's not awkward, he's just a background character, in my opinion. That's all I see as him. I see him as a background character. And Mike, everybody liked Mike. In the first 2 seasons, I did like Mike. He was the leader. Season 3, I kind of understand why he became more of a jerk and more ignorant, and that was because he was like, it's a teen phase, stuff changes when you become a teen with Eleven and Mike, and I thought that was okay. They sort of did make up, but man, in this one, he's just such a jerk. He's such a dang jerk. Like, oh man, that one scene, that bully, man, all the bullies, I forgot that other dude's name. I think his name was Tyler or something, that blonde bully. The dude, the jock guy, that I don't know who plays him or that one girl. I forgot her name. What was that girl's name? I forgot that girl's name. I forgot her name. But the girl bully, right? The girl bully and the boy bully, man, those guys are very well acted. I hated those characters. But oh my gosh, you could just tell that the actors were doing a great job playing them. I think the girl's name was Angela. I think. Yeah, dude, they played those characters very, very good. They played them to a T. I'm being dead honest. Like, those characters are total pieces of crap. Like, and I love that. They did such a good job. But man, there were some things about this season, right? What was I on to? Yeah, Mike, right? He just doesn't do anything when Eleven's getting bullied. And I feel like Mike in the first 2 seasons would have done something, even in season 3. But I don't know, he's just kind of a jerk at times. Like, you didn't help your girlfriend when she was getting ridiculed by an entire skating ring. It's like, also, that scene is extremely unrealistic. I have no idea what's up with that scene. I guess it kind of goes into, like, the bully 80s thing. Like, back in the 80s movies, like, bullies were super exaggerated. Like, they would do stuff that would be so unrealistic. Unless the 80s was like that. And, I just didn't like Mike because he was kind of a jerk. And yeah, he gives that, like, love speech at the very end. But man, bro, you've been a jerk for, like, 2 seasons. I don't know, man. I don't care if you die anymore. He's not, like, the leader either. He's not really the leader that he was in the first 2 seasons. He's just kind of there. He's like Will. He's just kind of there. He plays 1 or 2 important things, but that's it. He's kind of, I don't know. Again, that's just my opinion. And if you guys disagree with my opinions, let me know in the comments, because I'd like to know your point of view on all of this. This is just my point of view, okay? And let's just talk about, like, Eddie Munson as well. Everybody, honestly, everyone loves Eddie. Okay, I love Eddie too. He was such a good character. Joseph Quinn did an amazing job playing him and stuff. But man, the moment I saw Eddie, I already knew he was gonna die. I knew he was going to die, and everyone acted so surprised when he died. And they were like, "No, but if Eddie dies, man, like if Eddie dies this, if Eddie dies that, bro." Okay, like, it just gets me mad, dude, because it's like the fan base is so weird. Like, honestly, I feel like y'all should have caught on to this pattern, okay? In every season, and I don't think it was like season 1, maybe Barb, I don't know. But in the second season, Bob shows up. He became a super lovable character, fan favorite character. They killed him off. Then in season 3, you could say it was Billy, or you could say it was Alexi. I think it was Alexi, basically. Alexi became a super likable character. Everybody loved him. They killed him off. Same thing with Eddie. They built him up as a character, super lovable, super fan favorite. Boom, they killed him off. You guys should see the pattern, man. Y'all should see the pattern. Also, I saw this one meme, but I saw this meme, right? It was a meme, but it actually has some significance, okay? It said in every season, a character that's name starts with the letter B dies, okay? And in season 1, there was Benny Hopper's friend that got shot in the back of the head. And then there's Barb. In season 2, you have Bob. In season 3, who wasn't in season 3? Billy. Billy dies, right? All of them had letter B for their names, right? If you look at season 4, Dr. Brenner. So it keeps going, man. It keeps going. And I feel like for a while I was kind of thinking, well, how is that going to come back? If they keep doing that. Oh, yeah, Dr. Brenner gets revealed. And, it's just, I don't like these characters too much. I feel like people should have known that Eddie was gonna die, and everybody fell in love with Eddie. And there's even like a petition with like hundreds of thousands of votes to bring Eddie back in the show. And I'm just like, what? Like what? I don't know what's up with this, man. Like the fan base is weird, man. The fan base is pretty weird. And Argyle's fun. Argyle's fun to watch. He's there. I don't know. So Argyle too. I don't hate Argyle as a character. At times, I think he's pretty fun to watch. But again, I don't know. I feel like, and also I think some of the cast members were saying this too. That, and a lot of reviewers are saying this as well, that the show is way too overcrowded, and that's what I said. Sorry for that voice crack. That's what I said before I saw Stranger Things season 4. I was just thinking, man, this season's gonna be crowded. They're not killing off enough characters, like, and some characters I feel like are just dead weight by this point. Some characters, like Argyle, I don't think Argyle has as many connections that he needs. I don't think he has the connections to the story that he needs to really be a part of the Stranger Things cast. And I'm not saying anything bad about like Argyle as a character or the actor. I'm just saying I don't think that character needs to be there. I think he's just a background character that's gonna get killed off. Everybody's gonna be sad, but it's like, why is he there in the first place? You know. But let's talk about another thing, right? And this is the one thing that honestly got me mad the most, okay? I'm gonna be dead honest, you guys. And it's Vecna, okay? Vecna is cool, but he's also one of the worst villains I've ever seen. One of the worst villains I've ever seen. I already know you're putting down a dislike, even though you can't see the dislike. Also, if you're watching this, can we get like 100 dislikes? I'd actually like that. Yeah. This, honestly, man, like, Vecna is such a bad villain. Maybe not, like, the worst, okay? I've seen worse villains, but, oh my gosh, is he definitely the worst and most overrated villain of all time, okay? Because, like, okay, when he's pulling the Freddy Krueger act, right? Like, when he's, oh, Bakshi, like, I'm gonna kill you, stuff like that. That's pretty intimidating. It was creepy for the most part. But then they explained his backstory. And that's where I hated Vecna. I hated when they revealed his backstory. And it's such a dog crap backstory and motive. Man, it's gonna be hard, man. I swear, I can feel my lungs. They're running out of air. I just keep talking. And if I take a deep breath, I feel my mic. It's just gonna catch all that air. You know what I mean? Let me get a breather. All right. So Vecna, right? Vecna. Oh my god. Okay, I do not like Vecna's backstory because it feels so forced. It feels so forced, okay? Now, let me tell you one thing, right? I came to this conclusion when I saw the first episode, or the first volume of Stranger Things Season 4. There's that one scene where all of those kids get killed by 11, or what we think they get killed. We think they get killed by 11, right? And we think that Dr. Brenner, like Dr. Brenner's like, what did you do? What did you do? And he's over here like looking at 11, and he talks to 11 like that. And I came to this awesome theory and conclusion because I rewatched all of Stranger Things to see season 4, right? I noticed how like manipulative and like twisted Dr. Brenner was towards 11 in the first season, right? And in the first season, it made sense because, you know, maybe Dr. Brenner's just a sick person. But I thought, what if Dr. Brenner saw that 11 had killed all these kids, and that's why he decided to use 11, but also torture her at the same time? That would have been really cool. That would have been cool. It would have given more depth. It would have given more explanation. But they don't do that, okay? Dr. Brenner finds out that Vecna did it. He finds out that Vecna did it. And if he knows that, then why is he torturing 11? Like, it makes no sense. Are you that sick of a person? Like, there's no explanation for it now. Back then, I thought he was a sick person, but the new season just showed that he's not as bad as we all thought he was. And it's so weird because they just throws that explanation I had out of the water, and it doesn't give us a new one. And that sucks, okay? So already it conflicts with a few things that I I thought about Stranger Things, my headcanons. And, Vecna, man, like, Vecna as... Oh, man, I swear there's so much that I want to talk about. Maybe I'll do, like, my own scripted video talking about this. Because otherwise I'll be here for hours. Vecna, right? he was the number one. He was number one. You know, there's 1 through 11, number one, right? He was the first. And man, I do not like Vecna's motive, okay? Vecna's motive is one of the most unoriginal motives in this, okay? Oh my gosh, okay? Stranger Things is known for its creativity. It's known for its creativity and its originality and its uniqueness, right? Like, what other show is like Stranger Things? Stranger Things is so different, and that's why it became so famous. Vecna is so unoriginal, though. He's so unoriginal compared to everything else in the show. He's just Freddy Krueger, an upside-down version of Freddy Krueger, and he has, like, oh my god, man. Okay, here's his motive, okay? You want to know what his motive is? His motive is that he sees the humans as pests, and they're the real pests, not bugs or anything like that. He thinks that nature's fine, and that humans are the pests, right? So he thinks humans are evil, humans are bad, humans are the one causing everything in the world. Do you know how many freaking times I've seen that backstory? Humans are evil, humans are bad, humans are the villain. I know we're the villain, I know we're evil in real life, I know we were like meant to just do nothing but destroy, but can you give us something different? I expect better of Stranger Things, not some stupid bullcrap explanation like that. That's such a stupid motive. Like, oh, humans are the pest, and humans are the pest, and they're the bad ones. Like, bro, come on. That's so bad. That's so bad, and people think it's good. It's not. That's not a good motive. It's such a bad motive. It's like, ah, man, it gets me mad. And I have a better motive that would have worked so much better. And I'll tell you that in a sec. Basically, man, Vecna, yeah, he just wants to, use the Upside Down to, I don't know, just infect the world with the Upside Down. So that way I don't know, he wants to eradicate humans because he thinks they're the pest. That's it. Is he just a sick person in the head and that's his idea? Like, he just hates humans, he thinks they're the best, that's it? Like, that's all you have for me? Maybe they're gonna reveal some other bombshell that doesn't line up with what we know, but who knows? I don't even know what's gonna happen. But I think that's such a stupid motive, in my opinion. It's such a bad, especially for Stranger Things. Stranger Things is based on creativity, originality, but this is just an unoriginal motive. And here's what would have been a better motive, right? If they had done this, right? There's this cartoon named Ninjago, right? Ninjago. I know it's a Lego cartoon, and you're gonna be saying, why are you showing me a Lego cartoon? Trust me, this is no normal cartoon. It's very, very good, okay? And there's this villain called Garmadon, right? And Garmadon used to be a good young boy. He was a good person, good-hearted person, but he was bitten by a snake. And this snake, right? It was one evil snake that like came from, I guess you could say, the underworld, sort of. That's how evil the snake was, right? And it bit Garmadon. It was like evil incarnate, the snake. It bit Garmadon, and it turned him, it blackened his heart. It corrupted his mind. And Garmadon had these visions and this mindset that changed. It changed his perspective on everything. And he visioned the world in his own dark and twisted image. And he wants to take over the world so he can change the world into his twisted and dark image. That is extremely cool. I like that. That sounds different. Not just, oh, I want to take over the world domination. He doesn't just say that. He's like, I want to change the world into my image. Everyone thinks that I'm the villain. What if my way is the way? That's the way he talks and stuff. And it's a cool, complex, dynamic motive, and that's cool. If you watch the show, you'll see what I'm talking about. If you've seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's cool. It's different. If Vecna was like that, if maybe Vecna had, before he went to the Upside Down, he had a vision on how he wanted the world to be and how his perfect world. And like when he went to the Upside Down, that was kind of the way he wanted the world. That was his image, the Upside Down. And he wants to turn Earth into that because he sees that Earth is not perfect. He wants to make it a better place in his own way. That would have been awesome. That works. That actually works. But man, they give us such a stupid backstory. Duffer Brothers, if you're watching this, I'd recommend you can still change it. It's not too late, okay? And I feel like, that would have been such a better motive, but of course they changed. They just have such a bad one. And if they did that, honestly, I think that would have been amazing. It's original. It's good. It's good, But I don't like Vecna, man. And Vecna is also, again, his backstory, right? It's just his whole backstory. Like, he created the Mind Flayer. He did this. He did that. Again, it falls into the humans are bad. Humans are evil. I know we're evil in real life. I know we cause so many problems. But Stranger Things was never focused on that. It was focused on monsters versus humans. Humans having to take out monsters from another world that we do not understand. That was always interesting to me. I love 80s action movies and stuff. If you look at all those action movies, stuff like Predator and stuff like that, you'll see that in those movies, it's not man is evil, man is bad. It's just man versus monster, and that was always so fun to watch. They changed it into some bullcrap thing where it's just like, oh, man's evil again, man's evil again. No, man, there's monsters and there's man. Man is a monster as well, but there's also monsters. I don't know if that makes sense, but he got me mad because it just got rid of a lot of what I liked about Stranger Things. I like how Stranger Things, the Upside Down, it was this other world that we didn't know about, and it was inhabited by these monsters, these aliens, and that was always interesting to me. But now it's, oh, humans created the Upside Down. Humans are the problem. Like, come on, bro. You honestly can give us something better than that. And that gets me really, really mad. And, Vecna just, as a villain, I don't like Vecna. His motive is weird. His design is kind of cool. But again, it's just like a naked Freddy Krueger, if I'm being honest. Naked Freddy Krueger, upside down version. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's not. I can see how it was inspired by Freddy Krueger, but I don't know. Whenever he's doing the Freddy Krueger act and he's not explaining his backstory, it's cool. But whenever he does, it doesn't work. It really doesn't work for me. And another thing I don't like about Vecna, right? The Duffer Brothers, they said that Vecna was intended since the very first season. It honestly does not feel like that. There's hints here and there that Vecna is, that he was around since the beginning. But man, it does not feel like that, if I'm being honest. It feels like they could have added Vecna. Like, they were like, okay, you know what? We have it called Vecna, but let's, I don't know how to explain it. It's like they had the space and little areas and cracks where they could have included references to maybe introduce his character, but it doesn't work for me. It honestly doesn't work for me. Vecna's backstory just doesn't line up with some things. Like I told you about Dr. Brenner, it doesn't work up with that. It doesn't work up with other stuff. It doesn't work well, and it honestly, it feels like he could have got added, but it doesn't feel like he should have got added, if I'm being honest. And again, I don't like how the big bad of Stranger Things is gonna be a human. I don't mind the idea that a human is joining the Upside Down or helping them, but I hate the idea that it's oh, humans are bad. Humans are always the villain. I don't know. It's just Stranger Things is always that show that provides us something different, and now it's providing something that's just the same old thing. And again, I've told you guys before, I think a lot of Stranger Things right now is just blind love, if I'm being honest. It's blind love. People love whatever they're thrown at now, and I don't know. It's just not good. It's not really good. My finger hurts. I've had it on this button for a long time. That's how the editing app works. You have to have your finger on the button. And let's talk about one more thing. I'm not really sure how much more I have to talk about. Running up that hill, okay? Another thing that I feel like everybody talks about, everybody loves, is running up that hill. That song is good. I'll admit, it's really good to listen to. I like it. It sounds amazing. But man, bro, they use it all the freaking time in Season 4 of Stranger Things. They use it all the time. All the time. It's actually annoying, okay? And I don't know if you guys have ever seen Digimon. In Digimon, they had this song. It was called "Hey Digimon," and it was a really upbeat song that maybe you'd play like towards the ending of Digimon or like the end credits or something like that. It sounded good, but they would put it during like battle scenes, fight scenes, and so you'd see these giant monsters fighting each other in this intense battle, and then all you'd hear was like "Hey Digimon" in the background. And it just wouldn't mix well. It was like a bad choice of music, and this is exactly the same way. There's some times where, like in the very, very end of the climax. Also, I want to talk about the climax, the final battle. Man, dude, they play that song and it doesn't mix well. It does not mix well. There's like Vecna's getting shot up. He's getting shot up by like by the Steve and Robin and Nancy, and all you hear is getting burned alive, and all you hear is running up that hill, gonna make a deal with God. It doesn't work. It doesn't mix well, and I don't know why they play it over that scene. Like, I understand that one scene where Max is running up that hill, or she's trying to run away from Vecna. That made sense. I feel like it had some like layers to it. It made sense at the time. But man, you play during one of the most impactful moments of the season, and it just does not mix well. Also, I do not know I understand it's Max's favorite song in the show, but what is the significance of that song? Like, I don't get it. I honestly don't get it, because, like, the lyrics are, sorry. sorry. It's like, you be running up that hill, you're gonna make a deal with God, ask him to switch our places and stuff like that. The lyrics I don't see what the significance of those lyrics are. Like, I honestly don't get it. Other than running up that hill, which you want to run away from Vecna, that's it. I don't see the significance of that song. Like, I don't understand that. Like, do the lyrics have something to do with what's going on? Do they symbolize something? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. If you guys enjoy that song, that's totally fine. I think it's an amazing song. But I feel like in Stranger Things Season 4, it's used at wrong times. It's used at bad times, like in the finale. And then the fans and, like, the show, they treat it like it has a great significance, but I really don't think it does. Like, there's no real, meaning behind the lyrics. There's probably a meaning behind the lyrics, but I don't know if that translates well to Stranger Things. And, for me, it doesn't mix well with me, honestly. And let's talk about the climax, man, because, oh my God, man, that was just terrible. Not terrible, but, man, like, Vecna, or not Vecna, sorry, my throat's hurting. 11, right? She spends like a whole season learning how to control her powers and all this stuff, and then she learns to control her powers. She gets more powerful, and then, dude, she doesn't even use her powers in the finale. She uses her powers a few times against Vecna, and they had this awesome, and I do mean awesome, setup. It was an awesome setup. It was them in the gymnasium at the snowball. I think that was what it was called, right? The snowball, the prom or homecoming, whatever it was. They had the gymnasium, and they were gonna fight. And I was so excited to see them both fight, because it's Vecna versus 11. They could have done some Star Wars stuff where they're just going crazy with the Force, and they're over here like bending the entire like area around them to try and like fight each other. That would have been amazing. But they don't do that. They do it for just a few minutes, and then it goes away. Then it ends. And I'm like, bro, that should have been a big fight. I feel like that would have been amazing. It's such a good setup. Person that has psycho power, psychokinesis, psychic powers, versus person that has psychic powers. It's such a good setup. It's actually an amazing setup. And it's like, bro, I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense to me, honestly. It honestly doesn't. It's like if I saw this video by these Asian YouTubers. I think they're called the Just Nobody's podcast. Definitely go check those guys out. They're good. They're really good YouTubers, right? And they said that they were talking about a theory that The Empire Strikes Back is very similar to Stranger Things and stuff like that, and how there's a lot of similarities between Stranger Things and Star Wars. And it reminds me of that. It's like, imagine if Luke had decided to like continue all that Jedi training, and then let's imagine that he does all this Jedi training and then fights Darth Vader, but they don't even use like Jedi. They don't use any Force mechanics, no lightsabers, nothing that was taught, nothing. They just use them for a few minutes and then boom, like it's over. That's over. Like, it's so bad. It's honestly like you had an amazing setup in Stranger Things 4, but it's wasted. It's just wasted, and it's just so wasted in my opinion. If I'm being honest, it's just wasted. Such a wasted setup. Hopefully, we get something better in season 5. We're not gonna get something that's garbage like that. Also, for learning all of that stuff, like everything, like, oh, how to control the Force, how do you control my powers? She doesn't even use them in the finale. She couldn't save Max. She couldn't beat Vecna. What the frick was the point of that? Like, what was the point of any of that, man? Honestly, like, dude, what was the point of, like, 11? 11, if you're gonna stick around for the Jedi training, for that power, you better be able to use your powers in the end when dude, it's just like, it's so bad sometimes. And I don't hate Stranger Things Season 4, it's just there's a lot of things that bug me about it. I really don't like some of the things about it, but I don't hate Stranger Things Season 4, there's a lot to like. And one more thing, I think this might be the very last thing I talk about. Dr. Brenner. Dr. Brenner came back, and I was so happy because I was always theorizing about Dr. Brenner coming back. Is he going to come back? Is he dead? Did the Demogorgon kill him? He's alive. But guess what? We're not going to find out how he survived. Yeah, he doesn't, like, oh my gosh, that also got me mad. He doesn't, like, God, they don't explain how he survived. They don't explain much more backstory. They don't explain how he survived or how he survived the Demogorgon attack. They don't explain anything. And it's like, there's so many times when you could have explained it. This season took a long time because, like, the episodes are way longer and, like, a lot of other stuff. But, man, if the seasons are gonna... Or not the seasons. Why did I say... Did I say seasons? Episodes. Episodes. The episodes are, like, 30 minutes longer than the other episodes in the other seasons. If you have 30 extra minutes in each episode, I'm sure you can spare some of that time to explain to us how Dr. Brenner survived. But no, we're not going to get that. We're not going to get no explanation. And it's like, oh my gosh, it gets me mad. Like, there's so many things that are not explained to us, but they could have easily been explained to us, but they're not. And it's like, you had so much time to do that. I don't know what you're doing with all that time. It kind of just really gets me mad sometimes, if I'm being honest. I did not like how Dr. Brenner dies to humans, okay? I honestly, man, I liked in Stranger Things Season 1 because at the time everybody thought Dr. Brenner was dead, right? I liked how Dr. Brenner got killed off, or supposedly killed off, by something that was from the Upside Down. It was kind of Dr. Brenner's own creation that killed him. I loved that. I loved how it was his own disaster, his own creation, his own thing that killed him. In this season, though, he dies to the military. The military. Oh my gosh! If you imagine dying to the military in the Stranger Things world, you don't die to Vecna, you don't die to the Demogorgon, you die to the military. How pathetic! Honestly, how pathetic. Like, I really wanted to see Vecna or someone else kill him, but like, of course, why would we? Why would Dr. Brenner die to one of those things? His own creation. No. I would love if Vecna, like, brings Dr. Brenner back to life somehow and then kills him off again. That would be awesome. But no, he dies to the military. He dies to the military. Also, I don't know what the frick the military's even doing in this season. They're acting, like, really stupid, in my opinion, doing, like, a lot of things. It's like, that's where the military is always annoying in movies and shows. Like, I don't know what they're doing in this season, bro. They're acting mad weird, if you ask me. They just show up like they own the place, which they do own the place, and then they're just like, oh, well, no, Eleven's a threat to society. Let's keep her in a coma and stuff. It's like, what? But, yeah. In like, honestly, I don't hate Stranger Things season 4. I don't hate it at all. I love Stranger Things. I love Stranger Things as a show, but a lot of people are saying that Stranger Things season 4 is the best season. It's not, in my opinion. I think season 1 is the best season, then followed by, I don't know. Stranger Things season 4 might be the worst season. Maybe it's hard. It's hard. If you were to like take out all of the bad things about season 4, it would definitely be the second best. But it's just, I don't know, the fact that they're in there, and it's tough. Season 2 is probably the worst one, but it's just because it's competing with a bunch of other amazing seasons. And then season 4, then season 3, then season 1. Stranger Things season 4 would be the second best, but it's just the stuff that's in it that's bad really just rubs me the wrong way, if I'm being dead honest with you guys. It just rubs me the wrong way, honestly. But yeah, what do you guys think of Stranger Things season 4? Is there anything else that you disagree? I bet you there's going to be some people that disagree with me in the comments. I know this is just my hot take, my personal opinion. If I'm being dead honest, I have a very different opinion than everyone else, especially when it comes to Stranger Things. This is one of those things that I actually disagree with a lot of people with. I don't like Stranger Things season as much as everyone else does, if I'm being just honest with you guys. But yeah, did you guys like Stranger Things season 4? Did y'all enjoy it? Did y'all have fun with it? What do y'all think of this season? Because I know a lot of people love it, but do y'all feel the same way? Do y'all like my opinions more? Do y'all have the same opinions as everyone else? And if you guys do like some of the things that I hate about this season, can you explain a little more why you like those things? I'd actually be really interested in knowing why you like some of those things, if you're one of those people. But yeah, that's going to be it for this review. If you guys want to see more reviews, there's a whole playlist of them in the comments. There's going to be some links to my shorts, my best videos, my scripted ones. Make sure to subscribe. Please make sure to subscribe if you guys enjoy this video. I do reviews all the time. I love doing videos, and I want to keep making videos. So if you guys subscribe, it'll keep me motivated to keep making more videos. But God bless you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys want to gift me anything on Fortnite, here's my Epic Games account. It's LaggingLelandYT. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. God bless you guys.